Hello and welcome to the incredibly influential and highly successful podcast. My name is Kael. I am incredibly influential.
And my name is Maxwell, and I am highly successful.
Today is Thursday, the 12th of October, 2023, as we are recording this. And unfortunately, I have had to say goodbye to a dear friend recently. My chair, I think it was Tuesday night. I went to lay down in my chair. No. Sorry, it was Monday night. It was Monday night. I went to lay down in my chair, not lay down, but like lean back in my chair, and the left arm thing snapped, which is one of the things holding the back thing to the bottom thing, like the backrest to the butt rest.
This
And
is
it,
this is a very difficult visualization. But
okay,
what is your point?
I the new chair is not very comfortable, and
Oh,
I'm very upset about that. It yeah, I have two cushions under my ass right now, and it's still not enough. It is like sitting on fucking metal bleachers. It's terrible. It's so bad. Um, but we make do.
have you
Country
tried
girls make
standing?
do. I mean, I could, but then I'd have to like carry the blue yeti, and I'd rather just put it on my stomach like I'm doing right now.
Wonderful. Really needed
Yeah,
that image.
yeah. It's like on like the stand is like sitting on my stomach. This that's yeah. When I don't have to like use my
You
hands on the keyboard, that's what I do.
you slob.
I mean, it's not a bad position and it sounds decent, so it's like, yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, rip that chair cuz that was actually
Hmm.
kind of comfortable. Yeah. What else was I going to say? What else was I going to say? I had some I man, I'm exhausted right now. I'm so fucking exhausted right now. You've no idea.
Well, it's great having you here too, man.
Thank you. Thank you. It's great to have you too, buddy. I thought that was implied. It's never not great to have you, Maxwell. I thought that was implied.
Well, why are you exhausted?
Oh, I had two exams in a row and then one class after that, so it was just very very hard to sit through all of that.
I see.
Yeah, it was not great. Yeah,
But you
so those were my
finished.
midterms. Yeah,
You did it.
yeah.
How do you feel? Accomplished?
No, no.
Same. I never feel
Tired.
accomplished after an exam.
I won't feel accomplished until the dean's list thing comes out and I'm not on it. There we go.
Hmm.
But yeah, oh fuck, that was exhausting. It was terrible. But I did it. They're done now. I don't have to worry about them. I just have uh I don't know if I have an exam coming in this next class. I think I have a paper due next week in my other psych class, and I took an exam for pre-calc a few days ago, and that was bad. That was fucking awful. I hate pre-calc. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. It's awful. Um, but yeah, now I forget if I said this last week because I don't remember when we recorded last week. Um, it is officially not summer anymore because I changed the thermostat in my house from cool to heat.
I see.
So yeah, it is now officially uh, autumn. So that's there you go. Even though it's 78 and mostly sunny right now. Um,
Yeah, this weather has been really good. I'm gonna praise it for as long as it lasts
I
because
just
it won't
yeah,
be forever.
I just get up early, so I get it when it's cold. So it's just not great, but
Mm.
we take those.
At least you're getting more of the day, you know.
But less of the evening, which is not fantastic. Um, yeah, less of the evening, which is what I really like. I say that I didn't sleep very much at all last night. I was very restless.
Well, there you
I've
go.
no idea why. Yeah, I was very restless, and I woke up early today, and it was just, oh, I feel terrible. I feel terrible.
Well,
Um,
even if you can't explain why you were restless, it explains why you're tired now.
yeah, I mean, I think I'm just more mentally tired rather than like I want to take a nap because I'm not even halfway done with the shit I have to do today because I think my new roommate is moving in today, and that's fun.
Nice.
Um,
I bet
you
he'll
know,
love hearing you talk about all this crazy shit.
it's a she, and hopefully we'll only be recording the podcast while she's at fucking classes. Jesus
Hmm.
Christ. Well, I mean, she listens to the podcast sometimes, so I think she is well aware.
Oh, cool.
Um, but yeah, we're actually going to she's in German class, and the German class is putting together Oktoberfest this year at one of the churches or something. So I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna go get a little bit inebriated. I'm gonna be drinking a bunch of German beers.
Fantastic.
Well, actually, knowing them, it's probably not German beers. It's probably like fucking Miller Lite, some bullshit. Like, come on, man, give me the good shit. I know I'm a fucking college student, but come on. I
Yeah, you're a
I'm
college student. Don't you know about pre-gaming?
I don't you worry. I know a lot about pre gaming.
All
I
right then.
have I I'm looking at my Malibu bottle right now, and the only reason I'm not drinking it right now is because I might have to move. I might have to like drive to go move in my future roommate. Um,
Cool.
yeah, I
Wow, that seems like more, poignant news than your chair. But, whatever.
I like that chair. It was a
Yeah,
good chair, and it's broken corpse is sitting in my front room.
I have a
Uh,
chair like that too, but mine is salvageable.
I had another one that was downstairs in my basement at the old house that like that was like it busted somewhere and it was like really bad to the like one side. Like yeah, I don't know why it was like that, but like I would just like I wouldn't use it, but I would like put stuff on there. But like yeah, it was busted as all hell. And yeah, not great. But like I've had this the chair that just broke has I think we've been using that for a long while. Like that might have come with us for like two or three houses. It's been there for a while, and
Nice.
yeah, it's kind of shitty that it decided to break on me. But like it broke. Like is
Yeah,
done.
there's no
Is
saving it.
yeah. Oh my god, I wish you were there. I wish somebody else had seen it other than just me and Buster cuz like I leaned back and it snaps and it just started this like very slow like falling out of the chair and it was just oh, it was very funny. It would have been very good slapstick humor. Um yeah. By the way, speaking of slapstick humor, did I have I ever told you or talked about on the podcast what I want them to do with my body when I'm dead?
Well, maybe you have, but why don't you bring it back up just to
Okay,
catch
so
us up?
this is official. This is official. By the way, I want this to happen. I want you to steal all of my like flesh organs and shit, give them to science, do whatever you can with them. Um, and then my skeleton, I want you to put it up in a museum and like have it like slipping on a banana peel and like doing the arm thing where you like spin your arms in the air, like one leg off the ground, one leg still on the ground, arms in the air spinning. That's what I want.
Nice.
I I want to be displayed like that for the rest of eternity. I think that would be hilarious. Uh, yeah, I think that is highly necessary because that would be the funniest shit ever to me in a very dark and morbid way. Like like all of my like personal like content like outside of IIHS is literally my profile picture is my skull. So it's like and so is my home screen.
Wait a
It
minute.
is sort of like a memento mori. What's up?
It's your skull,
Yeah,
like not someone else's skull.
yeah.
Where'd you get
You
this scan?
this was so technically it's actually pretty old. It was from before they took out my wisdom teeth. So if you look closely enough at it, you can see that I still had wisdom teeth in that photo, and also I was missing one. Like I only formed 3 of them. I never formed the 4th one. I think it's the bottom right corner. I don't have one. So yeah, go take a
Interesting.
look at that. But yeah, um,
I
I
don't know
don't.
what to look for. I don't know what to look for when staring
I
at your
I look to
skull.
I look to I like to say don't get too turned on by it because I was only 17 in that picture. That's the skull of a minor. But yeah, oh, it's really funny. It's really funny.
You
But
give
yeah,
yourself a lot of credit.
I do. I know. I'm hilarious. I'm hilarious and I'm a genius and I have great hair and um, great work ethic. What else? Very
A
handsome.
skull.
Great skull. 10 out of 10 skull. Gotta be
Yeah.
honest with you. One of the best skulls in the game, I gotta say. You know, I feel like that's a very important skill set to have, and I nailed it. You know, if you don't have a good skull,
I don't know
what are you even
what
doing with your
I don't
life?
know what that has to do with skill, but
I
okay
mean,
then.
I formed it. Who grew it? Who grew it? It
Your
was me.
mother.
No, 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 no. She grew it for 9 months. I've been growing it for 21 years. So, I mean, I think I deserve more credit. But yeah,
Okay then.
it's a nice looking skull. Well, remember, when I came out of the womb, it was a very different shape, right? And there was like it was multiple bones, and then they all fused together under my leadership, you know. And now that they're all fused together, that was me. That was all me. She gave me the building blocks. She built the foundation, but I molded it into something special, you know.
Okay. 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 You
It's a
really,
good looking skull.
you
It's a good
know,
looking skull.
it's fun. I mean, it's totally cool. Like, be as proud as you want to be for existing. I won't. I won't detract that.
Yeah. You can also, if you look close enough at it, you can see that I have a deviated septum in like my not my little nose hole. You can see that I have a deviated septum. Also, speaking
Yep.
of that nose hole, did you know that it goes straight back and not up? Like some people think that the nose hole goes up. So when you like take a nail and you drive it straight through like your nose, it's not hitting anything because there's nothing back there. It's just like the nasal cavity. Do you know? Have you ever seen someone do that?
No, I've never seen someone stick a nail up their nose.
It's not up their nose; it's through their nose, back like directly from like forward to the back of the head, not going up or down.
I
And
see.
because there's just
Yeah.
nothing back there, it's just empty. Yeah,
Yeah. My
a lot
bad.
of people don't know that.
Use the easy mistake of the wrong terminology right after you explain that it doesn't work like that.
Exactly. I mean, well, you've seen skulls before. We both went to that the Capuchin monastery where they display all the bones of those monks, right?
Right.
Yeah. So you've seen real skulls before. How do isn't that morbid? Like making a bunch of like art out of people's dead bodies.
I don't think so.
I mean, well, I'm kind of asking for the same thing.
You
I think it
are.
would be funnier.
You're kind of playing devil's advocate right now.
Oh shit, somebody's ringing my doorbell. All right, we must pause. Hello everyone, I'm back. Sorry. My roommate was here. I think yeah, she tried to call me while we were recording this and I didn't answer. I have like do not disturb on. So it's
Yeah,
yeah.
well, you've established all the information you needed up until that point
Right?
to
Exactly.
know to understand what's going on, why
Yeah.
there was suddenly a big break in
Yes.
what the hell is going on.
I mean, it won't be a big break for them, but it was like, what was it, like 10, 15 minutes for you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
sorry about that. Did not expect that to happen. But yeah, apparently she's moving in tonight. Uh, so that's a mess. I was kind of looking forward to a couple more days of being alone, but you know what?
yeah, don't you love being all alone?
I mean, I'm getting at least groceries and someone who helps with house chores out of it. So you know what? We take those. Still W. Still W, ladies and gentlemen.
I'd say so.
Exactly, right? Like, do you know how bad groceries are now? They suck. They're
Yeah,
really
man.
bad. They're really bad. Vomit inducing. Want to vom for real. But yeah, I was not expecting that, but you know what? Here we are. Fuck it, we ball regardless. Um, yeah, we out here, and so I'm that's gonna be the rest of my night is helping her move in downstairs. Um, so that'll be fun and
Nice.
making the rest of this house look semi livable, at least the shared areas.
Hmm.
But oh, that's gonna be a lot because this place is very much still a bachelor pad, and it very much looks like it. But yeah, I am excited to have a roommate, and she's gonna be gone most of the time anyway because she works and stuff. But yeah, and what did I talk about Oktoberfest already?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that too. We're going on Sunday. She can't designate a drive for me, which sucks. So either I'm gonna have to fucking walk, or I have to get designated drive from somewhere else. But I think I've gotten someone who can do that. I think I've done that. Uh I helped someone out today, and I'm like, hey, can you designate a drive for me? And they're like, yeah, sure, that's fine. So yeah, hopefully that works. But if not, then I'm just gonna fucking walk.
Cool.
Sucks. Yeah, you know
Walking is
it.
good for you.
It is, but um, I don't know if you've read.
Sobers you up, you know?
Yeah, I don't know if you've read Super Freakonomics, but the like, oh, that might have actually been in the original Freakonomics. I'm not sure, but drunk walking is more dangerous than drunk driving for the drunk person. So I mean I'd rather
Ah,
be
what?
yeah
No way. That
yes.
sounds like such a crazy fact.
Well, the drunk driver usually doesn't die in the drunk driving accidents. Usually they hit someone or
Hmm.
like they hit another car, but usually they don't die because they're in a big metal cage. When you're drunk walking, you are not in a big metal cage, you know? So you just kind of get
Nice.
fucked up. Yeah, it sucks.
I see.
Yeah. So maybe not drunk walking from like literally all the way across town might not be the best idea, but I'm absolutely getting drunk. Fuck yes. Um, that's my shit right there. German beers, love a good lager. Love a good lager. That's some shit. That's some shit right there. Um, did I talk about it? I had a really nice cream ale at the Ireland stand in Epcot. I was very jazzed about that. That was pretty good. Uh, and my mom had some like honey wine or mead as it's normally called,
Right.
and I finished that, and that was also fucking choice. Do you like honey wine?
I don't know. I don't think I've had it before.
Oh, it's so good. Um, so like they take the honey and they like ferment it, and it like turns into like alcohol because it still has like a lot of those like plant products in there because it's like from bees getting nectar from flowers to make it. So it's still like sugary enough to where it can be turned into alcohol via fermentation. But it's so good. It's so sweet and it goes down really smooth. Sadly, I don't think I have a bottle in my liquor cabinet, and I went to the liquor store today and I couldn't find a bottle there. Um, but I did see that they sell both pumpkin spice and like peppermint rum chata, which I was very excited about until I saw that they were both like $23 each, and it was I became much less enthused after that. But I think I'll probably like Amazon that shit. I don't know. Maybe if they sell it at what's it called, Casey's, I have a gift card for it, so I might go there. But I haven't seen it at Casey's, which is sad. But you know how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was shitty. But fuck it, we ball. And yeah, So this is a very new chapter of my life, and I feel like this was probably the best way to go about it, to where it's like, because we initially agreed next Friday is when we would do it, because that's when my break is.
Right.
Or sorry, her break. I don't get a break because I don't have classes on Friday. But we agreed on that. But she told me today that she wants to move in tonight. So it's like, you know what? I didn't have time to like ruminate or like hesitate and be like, oh, this might not be a good idea. Oh, maybe I prefer living alone. I have no time to do that. It's here and I have to accept it. And I think radical acceptance is probably the best way to go about this. Because all summer I've been by myself, and you know what? It's time for a change. It's time for a change because I can't afford this shit anymore, man. It's so bad. It's so
Yeah.
fucking bad, dude. Groceries are
Oh, it makes
terrible.
sense. Makes sense. I don't live by myself because
Yeah.
it'd be it would be egregious to pay full rent.
Jesus,
So,
yeah. I would imagine so. I
I
mean,
mean, my area situation is different because the landlords price gouge students and
yeah.
screw over local people.
I mean,
And
to be fair, that does make sense because I don't know if you've ever had a college student as a tenant, but they are terrible.
I don't. It's just like actual adults who, I mean, landlords are the worst, but these ones are especially bad for like really jacking up prices for students because they can.
Well, as
And
a landlord,
uh-huh.
I feel I am entitled to defend them. Again,
You'd be wrong.
college students can be irresponsible tenants. They can be. I mean, is there a rule that like freshmen and sophomores have to live in the dorms at Binghamton, or uh
There's just for freshmen,
they're just for
I think.
freshmen? I
Yep.
mean, like a a sophomore in college, a 19 to 20-year-old can live in an apartment by themselves. And I mean, I don't know if you've ever met a 19 or 20-year-old, but they're not exactly what I would call responsible. They're not exactly the best decision makers yet. So I do understand why one would be tempted to raise prices if you're renting to a college student as opposed to someone a little more mature.
Yeah, but the prices are like double the normal rates of regular cost of rent. So I think
Yeah.
I think there's a certain point where it is a little bit of an overstep. But
But yeah, I mean
well,
I can see that.
what do I know? What do I know?
You're
Trying to
explaining rent to a landlord. You're
yeah.
preaching to the converted.
Well, I'm also very conscious of like the local situation in my
Yeah.
in my area
I mean,
because
yeah, college towns are kind
I
of
get
screwed in that way.
I get people like so I'm a human development major
Yes.
and one of my classes asked me to get some hours in some sort of like human resource based organization. So
Yeah,
for
naturally.
me, I signed up to help someone running for city council, and his
Cool.
main focus is addressing the housing crisis. And I think right now there's only a week left to get people registered to vote, and it's
Oof.
kind of yeah no it's kind of tight
Yeah, and
at this point.
not a lot of people vote. Um
Well, that's the point is that not a lot of people vote, so getting people registered to vote makes a pretty significant difference in the election. But
yeah,
the
yeah.
problem is that I don't know, you just got a lot of students who just don't give a fuck enough to vote,
Yeah.
and they
I
really
would
should give a fuck.
there's I would say it's not just students, but like um a lot of people, like, you ask them like, hey, are you voting this year? And they'll be like, it's an odd number year. What do you mean am I voting? And it's like, there are elections every year.
Right.
You gotta be showing up to vote every year. I don't show up to vote. I know that I'm wasting my privilege. I know that my ancestor who served in the Revolutionary War is spinning in his grave right now because I'm not doing that. But it's like, uh, I mean, I have classes on Tuesdays. I I can't be doing that. But
You could just register for an absentee vote. I'm
I
pretty
don't know how to
sure.
do that. I know I should, and I know I could, but I just, it's hard, and I don't know where I'm supposed to vote actually, and I
Well, that's
and
the
I know
thing
I
with
can
an
look that up too.
that's the thing with an absentee ballot is that you don't have to know where you have to vote. You just vote from home.
I know, but I don't like snail mail either. I hate it. I just
What? That doesn't make any sense because it doesn't even affect you. The snail part doesn't affect you. You just
I
have the
know,
mail
but
part.
I just don't like
You know, you're the
doing.
exact problem I am talking
I
about
know
here.
I am, but I vote. All right, I vote in every midterm and I vote in every general. Okay, I do that, and I raise awareness. We are raising awareness right now. By the way, everyone go vote. You fuckers, go vote. That means you. That's
That means
yes,
you.
you, Kevin. Kevin, you
Hail.
son of a bitch. Start voting. Uh, I also just don't really care, to be honest. I'm gonna leave here soon. I'm only here
Yeah,
for
that's
another
the
two
other
years.
problem. No, that's the exact same problem that like you see, the first problem is people saying, "Oh, I'm just too lazy." The second problem is they say, "It's not my problem because I'm going to leave soon." And you know what? That that affects everyone who lives here
That
anyway.
is true. That is true. But they should. I think that if it affects them, they should be the ones voting on it. I feel like I'm not really a resident of my town as much, even though I have a home here. I own property here.
I
Um,
I honestly can't share the same opinion because I don't know. How can you not share a responsibility to an entire society?
I
Just
mean,
doesn't
I
doesn't
know
make a lot of
I pay
sense.
taxes here. I live under their rules, but I don't know. I don't feel like it's. I feel like I'm not entitled to have an opinion, and I know that I am. I know that I have that privilege, and I know that I've earned that privilege uh, by fulfilling the other parts of the social contract. It's just like I just something about it just doesn't feel right. But again, I say this all the time, right? Anytime someone asks me, "Oh, are you going home for blah blah blah? Are you going home for anything?" I'm like, I don't really have a home to go back to. I've never seen my mom's new house. They just moved in last month, and
That's
I've never seen their new house before.
okay. Well,
Um,
that still seems like a very new development to
I
to
thought I
say
said it last week.
well, just to say I never have a home is kind of
Well,
strange.
I mean, I have a house. It's just like I wouldn't consider. I don't think anywhere is my home. I've said this more. So I've been like meeting new people recently. I hung out with someone on Tuesday actually. That was very cool. We had a very nice conversation. We got euros. It was very nice. Um, but I've just been meeting a lot of new people recently, and like whenever they ask like where are you from, I say, oh, I'm from Virginia, and they're like, oh, so you're still there? I'm like, no, I'm in Illinois now. And they're like, oh, okay. And I'm like, and they're like, well, where do you consider home? And I'm like, I don't really consider anywhere home because I've never really been in like one house for more than like 5 years, if that. Um, and yeah, I don't really like. I've been in like the same town for a while before, but it's never been like I've never like considered any of my houses homes. And so I've never really considered any of those places my home, if that makes sense.
No, it
Well, like
doesn't.
you've lived in New York City for like most of your life.
I don't know. I just think like, home is enough to be where you sleep in like a
Yeah.
sheltered place. Because I mean, what are you gonna tell homeless people?
Well, home is where your heart is, but I don't think my heart
Damn,
belongs
don't
anywhere.
fucking say that to homeless people.
No, 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 no. I'm just saying, like, if home is what you consider it, then I don't know if I have any sense of belonging to any one place, is what I'm saying. Right? Like, I think of Chicago as my home sometimes. I think of Virginia as my home sometimes. I think I spent I would say a plurality of my time, not a majority, but a plurality of my years in Pennsylvania. So sometimes I consider Pennsylvania my home. But yet I don't ever feel at home in any of those places, if that makes sense.
No, because that just is the opposite of what you just said.
Uh, Like I feel some sense of belonging, but I can't claim any one of them as being my this is my hometown. This is where I'm ride or die for this place forever. You know, like how you are with Manhattan, right? Like you've lived in Manhattan for almost all your life, except for when we were in school together and when you went to Binghamton. Correct?
Sure. I mean, I also went to boarding school, but I
Well,
guess we can
that's what I was
gloss over
talking
that.
about when we were in school together.
Yeah, but I went to school. I went to boarding school after we went to school together.
Oh yeah, you did. Well, other than that, like
Okay.
it's been Manhattan for a clear majority, right? Because like boarding school, because you were at the place we were at for like a year, and then the boarding school after that, I don't know, 1, 2 years, 3 years,
Uh,
probably like two, right?
yeah, something like that.
Okay, so 3 years you were out of state, and then you've been at Binghamton for the last 3 years, off and on. You know, you still go home sometimes, um, but like yeah, largely for more than 50% of your life you've been a Manhattan resident. And
Yeah, so why
I
would I not consider that home?
yeah, well I've never been in any one place for more than half my life. I've never I I can't like claim anywhere like that, you know?
Hmm,
I'm a transient soul is how I would describe it if I were a more romantically inclined person, but mostly I just say, yeah, I don't have a home. I go where I'm needed.
I see.
Yeah. But on that downer note, let's go to the ad break. Here we go. Bye. This episode is sponsored by Liquid IV, the number one powdered hydration brand in America. We've been partnered with them all summer, and I've been using it to beat the heat through some of these particularly nasty heat waves. While it was scorching hot outside, I was staying cool and refreshed with Liquid IV and their 12 delicious flavors.
One stick of liquid IV in 16 ounces of water hydrates you twice as fast and far more efficiently than water alone, and it also contains 5 essential vitamins and 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks, without any GMOs, gluten, dairy, or soy. Liquid IV is also committed to equitable access to clean water worldwide, partnering with leading organizations to fund and foster innovative solutions with communities that protect both their water and their futures, and donating 39 million servings in 50 plus countries around the world.
Real people, real flavor, real hydrating. Get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code IIHS podcast, all one word, at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code IIHS podcast, again, all one word, at liquidiv.com. Thank you again to Liquid IV for partnering with us. This episode has been generously sponsored by skunknuggetparenting.com, run by my own talented mother. Parenting is hard. Sometimes kids and parents are like night and day. It can be very hard to get on the same page with them, and a lot of parents have anxiety that maybe they're doing it all wrong. Luckily, there is a service out there that can help. Skunk Nugget Parenting Solutions is a company that provides parent coaching services, resource referrals, and psychological profiling, along with 24/7 phone and text access in an all virtual program. Plus, the first consultation is free. In order to get this amazing service, please visit skunknuggetparenting.com. That is skunknuggetparenting.com. Thank you to Skunk Nugget Parenting Solutions for sponsoring this episode. Thank you all for listening. And now, back to the podcast. Welcome back. I know that was a great segue. Thank you. I know you guys were all thinking that. You're welcome. Um, but yeah, uh, Let's talk about how we're not watching Loki. Let's talk about that, because there's like 2 episodes out now, and I haven't even touched it.
That's funny you say that because there's actually only one, and I've watched it.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought. Oh, does it not come out on Tuesdays? Is it Thursdays?
That's right.
Okay, so there's a second one coming out tonight. Okay.
That's also right.
Um, I don't know, man. Quantumania was really bad, and
I mean, if you get fatigued from like I don't know the amount of stuff coming out, totally makes sense.
it's not even that. It's just I don't know. I think they've killed it, right? Like even though Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was good, even though like um Loki season 1 was good, I don't feel like watching it. It's just I don't know what it is. I just don't feel like there's any interest in there for me.
I mean, did you like the first season?
I did. I liked it a lot. I thought it was good.
Well, there you go.
Is it good? Is that one episode good?
The first one,
Yeah,
I
of
mean,
season 2.
I think it's a great start to the show.
They often do have good starts, but a lot of times they fuck it up. You know?
Well, all right. Well, I don't know. I don't
Like
know.
remember Moon Knight? Moon Knight was good. Moon Knight had a good start, but
I
then
thought
they
it had a
kind of
weak
fucked it up.
start. I remember.
I thought the start was great. I thought like the first 3 episodes were bangers. Like yeah, I thought that was awesome, but like the rest of the stuff was kind of lame, and then the last episode was weak. But like the first 2 episodes were absolute bangers, right? Oh, I thought that was so good. I can't believe you didn't like the start of Moon Knight. Did you think
I
it
mean,
ended very well?
no,
Yeah,
can't
I don't
really
know.
say it did.
I like the beginning a whole lot. I think Oscar Isaac did a really good performance there. I thought that was great. Um, yeah, I don't know. Moon Knight had a strong start. I think WandaVision had a strong start as well. Like while they were going through like the sitcom eras, like the I Love Lucy era, and then the '60s stuff, and then the '70s era, and then the '80s era. Oh
Right.
no, didn't they skip the '80s and the '90s? I think they skipped the '80s and the '90s, and then they did like the 2000s, like the Modern Family era. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I like that. I thought that was great. And then it got bogged down in Marvel shit,
Hmm.
and I feel like that's the worst thing about it, right? Is it gets bogged down in Marvel shit. So if there's anything out there, it's just gonna get bogged down in Marvel shit, right? Like if it's gonna connect to anything, then that's gonna make it weaker, you know? But if it doesn't connect to anything, then you're just like, okay, but why did we just sit through that? You know?
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I
But you
liked
don't.
Hawkeye a lot.
Hmm.
On the
I did
whole,
too.
I think like let me pull this bitch up. Let me pull this bitch up. MCU shows.
I mean, I am personally excited, and I will be watching the next episode with my friend.
Yeah, I mean, I might watch it. I might. I Jury's still out, but we've got uh Falcon and Winter Soldier was bad. What If was okay. Hawkeye was good. She-Hulk was yeah, She-Hulk was good. Um WandaVision was okay. Moon Knight was good on the whole. Miss Marvel was great. I think Miss Marvel might be my favorite, which is
Hmm.
weird. It's between Hawkeye and Miss Marvel because Miss Marvel didn't really have like that much of a drop in quality. Um and neither did Hawkeye. I feel like Hawkeye uh built up pretty solid. And then Loki season 1 was really good, but like I don't know. I just don't want to watch any more of this bullshit, man. It's so hard. It's so hard to sit through. It really is. Um, by the way, did you hear some of the news about Daredevil Born Again?
Nope.
So they had to rewrite the entire thing because they had started that shit during the writer's strike and they were like, oh, this just isn't working. So they've had to creatively scrap the whole show and like redo it because they didn't like the direction it was going in. And it was, I think what I heard was, and this might not be official, like an official source, but what I heard was the original plan was Kingpin became the mayor, and both Foggy Nelson and Karen Page died, and that would have been fucking awful to watch. Are you familiar with the Netflix MCU shows?
No.
Okay, you need to watch all of them. Like,
What?
have you watched Netflix Daredevil?
No.
Okay, that will blow any TV, any superhero TV you can think of out of the water. Out of the water. I swear.
Sorry,
Daredevil
could you say that
season 1.
again?
Daredevil season 1 clears
Oh.
any season of The Boys, Invincible, any season of any MCU show. Season 1 of Daredevil fucking clears all of that. Oh, it clears all of the Arrowverse combined, by the way. Fuck the Arrowverse. Yeah, no. Season 1 of Daredevil fucking smacks. It fucking slaps. It fucking spanks, bro. It fucks, bro. It's so good.
Bro.
Yeah. Jessica Jones was good too. Season 2 was kind of weak, but season 1 and season 3. I feel like that's a theme for the 2 MCU shows that got 3 seasons. The second season was kind of weaker, but the first and third were really good. Season 3 of Daredevil fucking licks, bro. Oh my god. Season 3 is fucking lit as fuck. Season 2 was pretty good too, but I feel like they kind of tie it a little too much into a subplot that a lot of people didn't like, and I'm kind of like that as well, but it starts out really it's kind of like the MCU where like it starts really well and then it kind of gets bogged down in other shit. But holy fuck, Daredevil season 2 has like some of the highest highs but the lowest lows of the show.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say it now because that season of TV came out like literally years ago now, like over half a decade ago at least, bare minimum. Punisher is in Daredevil season 2. He gets introduced in Daredevil season 2, and his shit is fucking fantastic. He has his own show, and that was also fucking fantastic. Punisher fucking rips. That is a good show. It's all so fucking good, dude. Iron Fist and Luke Cage weren't quite as strong, but Defenders was good. Yeah, I don't know. I would watch all of it in like release order. So it's like Daredevil season 1, Jessica Jones season 1, Daredevil season 2, fucking I think it was Iron Fist, then Luke Cage, then Defenders, then Daredevil season 3 ties into Defenders, Jessica Jones season 2, and then Jessica Jones season 3. You could watch the other shit too, and then Punisher. Punisher's in there too, and it's great. Go watch it. Just go fucking watch it, dude. It's so good. That goes for all of you, audience. If you haven't watched all those, they're on Disney Plus now. They're not on Netflix anymore. So go and watch them. They're really good. You know what? When Daredevil Born Again starts coming out, I will force Maxwell at gunpoint to come and watch Daredevil season 1, 2, and 3 with me. There you go.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, honestly, because they all tie into each other, I think we're going to have to watch just every single episode of every single show. Oops. So we better get started soon. Well, we still need to finish the Ahsoka fucking commentaries, but we'll get there. We'll get there. It'll be out when it's out. Like the Power Rangers rant. It'll be out when it's out. That's a Linkara reference to all you fucking uncultured babies who don't know. Yeah. Go read a book or something. Fuck you.
Okay then.
So it is October 12th. This is gonna come out on what, like the 15th or something? 17th?
I don't know.
Yeah, so this is coming out on the 17th. It's getting pretty close to spoopy season. What are you doing for spoopy stuff?
I'm drinking, man. What are you doing?
Fuck yeah. Oh my god, that was the best answer you could possibly give. Holy shit. Oh, that's based. That is the most based answer you could have possibly said. Thank you. Thank you for that. I feel, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay.
I love alcoholism. That's based. Yeah. I was gonna try and run a haunted house at my school, but I haven't heard anything back from them. Because we delivered the our proposal to the board, and I think they're gonna try and take it and claim it as their own, and they can go fuck themselves
Okay.
if they do that.
That's
If they
messed
do
up.
that, I will get the entire fucking school to boycott it. I'm not even kidding. Not even fucking kidding. If they take my fucking idea, they will be destroyed. Utterly financially ruined. And this school is already in financial fucking ruins, so they can't afford to do that. So they better figure that shit out and come to grips with the fact that I want a piece of that pie, goddammit. I don't work for free. But yeah,
Right.
I was gonna do that. Not sure if that's gonna happen. Not sure when it would happen if it does, because there's another like haunted house event in town that we don't want to compete with. Yeah, I don't know. It'll just be we'll just have to worry about that. But I feel like it's like too late now because like we gave it to them. We talked about it in like early October, and it's been like 12 days at least, bare minimum. And we've heard nothing back from them, and it sucks. So it's
Dang.
like, yeah. But they seem to like our idea, and we just haven't heard anything, so it sucks, and I hate it.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's really annoying. But if I'm not doing that, then I'm drinking. I'm getting absolutely fucking drunk, and my Halloween costume will be a man who is drunk. There you go.
There you go.
Fuck
Very nice.
yeah. Or I don't know. Maybe I'll I'll be like a beer bottle for Halloween. I don't know, man.
Mhm.
That's a also an inspired choice, but yeah, that'll be
That is an inspired choice.
I know, right? And it's very me. You know, I feel like I'm expressing myself with that. But
Mhm.
yeah, I think that'll be interesting. I think also, uh, you know what's kind of pissing me off?
What is it? What's pissing you off?
October has no good movies.
You're not gonna
Like,
watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie that's coming out?
no, that's gonna be so ass. That is gonna be so ass. I don't know why anyone thinks that's gonna be good.
I
I'm
mean,
glad
I
Josh
don't think
Hutcherson is getting work,
I
but
don't think it's gonna be good, but like, why wouldn't you go see it?
I don't think it's gonna be like fun bad. I just think it's gonna be bad. You know, it's a video game movie. Do you remember the last time we saw a video game movie, Maxwell?
You have to be more specific.
The
My
Super Mario movie?
Okay, but it wasn't like an offensively bad movie. I mean, it was kind of offensive.
It was offensively inoffensive, is what I'm saying. And that's what I expect it'll be.
I mean,
I expect it'll be boring bad or offensively boring bad. I don't think it's going to be like I don't think it's going to be like Uwe Boll type shit or like the Mortal Kombat movies where they're like campy bad, you know? Like yeah, I think it's
yeah.
just going to be shitty. And I'm glad Josh Hutcherson is getting work. You know, I grew up watching him in things. You know, he's child star, and he kind of fell off career wise. So I'm glad he's getting work. But man, I just wish it weren't in that, because that's gonna suck. Um,
Hmm.
I was gonna go see A Haunting in Venice, but I can't justify like spending enough money on it, so I just spoiled it for myself, and I'm like, okay, that's what I thought was gonna happen anyway. Um,
Dang. Whose fault is that?
Movie theaters for making all their food so expensive. Because I could have got in for free because my roommate works for the movie theater, but uh, yeah, no,
No.
not worth it. Not worth leaving home when I could be working or doing homework. Honestly, it's
Dang.
it's it's
You
just
sound
not
so
worth it.
boring. You sound like an adult, man.
I am an adult and it sucks. I'm 21 now. I have responsibilities. It sucks. You
The
think
responsibility to be boring.
I know. I know. Usually I'm the one telling you that. Usually I'm the one telling you that, but fucking I know, man. Oh, it sucks. It sucks ass, and I hate it so much. But oh, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. I hate being an adult. I want to go back to being like 13 again. That would be cool.
I don't.
That-
You were
If I
you were so annoying when you were 13.
if you didn't know me when I was 13 cuz you weren't there by September, were you?
No, you were
Yeah,
14.
I was 14. I don't think I've changed that much since I was 14, I'll be honest. Like it doesn't feel like I've changed much. Um I think maybe there was some difference from when I was 13, but like when I was on 13, I spent a lot of my 13-year-old years blitzed off my ass on antidepressants because I was self-dosing.
Hmm.
So I was taking like way more than I was supposed to because I was like, "Oh, it's not working. I need more." So I was taking like hella SSRIs. I could not feel a fucking thing. I couldn't bring myself to care about fucking anything or anyone. And it was, yeah, no, I was blitzed off my ass on fucking antidepressants at 13. But yeah, that was fun. That was fun. But yeah, if I was 13 again, if I could go back and do all that shit again with what I know now, I would be unstoppable. Like God had to nerf me by making me not learn all that shit until I was a little older. But like, yeah, if I had known, if I have the knowledge that I have as a 21-year-old back when I was 13, I would have ruled the fucking world right now. I would have ruled the fucking world. Like, holy shit. I would have like walked into fucking uh middle school and made it my bitch. Like everyone would have fucking, yeah, everyone would have been my bitch. It would have been incredible.
Hmm.
Yeah, it would have been awesome. But
Incredible.
sadly, that is not the case. God does not give do-overs. Because again, I would be too powerful. And he would be very jealous. But yeah, that's me. What have you been up to this week?
Me?
Yeah,
Um,
don't you do shit?
yeah, I do. I fucking do shit
Then
regularly.
talk about it. Come on. I've been talking about myself all this episode. Come on.
I know. You take pleasure out of it, so
I know
I
it's my
indulge
favorite
you.
subject. It's my favorite subject. That's what my mom says. My mom says you let me walk all over you. It's really
Yeah.
funny.
Well, I'll let you run the show. Just go, what, whatever.
Well, let's hear about you. What's going on with Maxwell Foster? What's going on there?
Well, I'm I'm doing a show, so
You
been
are?
yeah, I've been rehearsing for a show.
You've talked about that, yes?
Yep. What else? Just bunch of school stuff. I'm gonna see. There's a lot of shows coming out this week, so I'm gonna watch like one of the main stage shows this week. I'm gonna go to a student run event that's happening.
That's fun.
Yep, my girlfriend's gonna be in the part of the performance.
That's fun.
So yeah, I get to see that. And I don't know. Trying to I'm looking forward to my break that I get next week. Excited
Oh
about
yeah.
that.
Did I talk about my fall break, which I don't have?
I don't know.
So we get Friday off, right? But my weekend starts on Thursday nights. So like it's at like 1:45 on Thursday, I'm done. I'm done for the week. So Friday, if getting a Friday off is like nothing to me. It's like you're giving me free ice cream, but I'm allergic to dairy, you know? It's like thanks for nothing, you fucking asshole, you know? But yeah, you lucky fucker, you get like actual time off from doing things, you lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah, well, I think I deserve it.
I mean, do you what have you done lately? What did you take 2 exams in one day? I don't know
No,
about that.
I
Precisely.
didn't.
Yeah. It was rough. It was rough. They weren't even like hard or anything. It's just like exhausting to like get in that mode, you know? Cuz
Right.
like if this was back in like high school or middle school when I didn't care as much about my grades and shit, it would be nothing, right? Like I would not care. But now that I'm like trying to be on like Dean's list and shit and trying to maintain a good GPA, it's fucking it's miserable. It's miserable. I'm so focused on this shit and it's really bad. Cuz I got to get into a good graduate school. I got to get into a good doctoral program.
Hmm.
This is what happens when you're
A
trying to
student.
get into higher education, man.
Yeah.
You're lucky you get to stop with your masters, dude. That's some shit right there. I wish. I
Hmm.
fucking wish. But yeah, no. Daddy's got to get his PhD. That's what's going to happen. Even though he's not happy about it. But yep, that'll be it. Hopefully, you know what? Hopefully the podcast takes off to the point where I don't have to worry about it and I can just drop out after I get my bachelor's. Just be like, "You know what? Fuck this, I'm good. Fuck you guys. I'm out." You know, so go make that happen, you guys. Share this with everyone you know, so we can fucking I can retire out of education early and focus on this uh instead of fucking school for another 5 to 10 years. Jesus Lord, save me, save me. It's awful. Ugh, it's so bad. It's so bad. I don't know why I'm getting my PhD if I hate being in school this much, but you know,
Curious.
exactly, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But you know what? It has to happen. That's what I'm good at. I'm good at the research. I'm good at the science. I'm good at the psychology. So I better do that. So that's what I'm
Well,
gonna do.
it's good to have skill in that,
Yeah,
you
I will
know.
be Doctor Incredibly Influential. That's not going
Yeah,
to roll off the tongue very well when I say hello and welcome to the Doctor Incredibly Influential and Highly Successful podcast.
but it will be true.
It will be true. I mean, it's kind of true now with my honorary doctorate. I can't make you call me a doctor, but
No,
that
you
check still
can't.
clears.
You
That
can't
check still
make me call
clears.
you that.
Well, when I get my PhD, you won't have any excuse anymore. You'll have to call me Doctor Everything. You know. If you call me an asshole, I'll be like, actually, it's Doctor Asshole. Thank you very
Right.
much. Yeah,
I bet
I
you're
remember.
really excited about that.
Yeah. Well, it reminds me of. Let me tell this story, and then we'll go to our big red button. But it reminds me of this story where, so back when I was in like the wilderness program, we had this thing called Earth names, where once you'd been there for a while, you and like you display like positive changes. They sort of pick a name of like natural things that like um, are sort of emblematic of your new improved personality. Um, and like you are no longer the old person that you were. You are, for me, I was a redwood sapling. I need to go back. I need to find the people who gave me that name, and I need to be like, hey, can you change it? Because I'm not. Because I'm a 20-year-old. I'm a 21-year-old man now. I don't think I'm a sapling anymore because I got that name when I was 13.
But the redwood still fits.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's it. So like the redwood part is sort of like, um, if you know anything about them, they're very, very, very tall trees. They're the tallest trees in the world, 300 feet tall. They're huge, but their roots only go about as far into the ground as like a moderate sized like oak. You know, they're only like 20 feet in the ground. And the way that that works is because redwoods grow in groups and they all interlock their roots. So they like all interweave together to make sure that they grow nice and tall. And so their whole thing was like that I need other people to succeed. Um, so I'm like a redwood. But uh I so when I so but like now that you have the context, a lot of
Uh-huh.
people were like very stuck up about their names, and they're like they wouldn't answer to like their other names.
Mhm.
And so you'd have to be like, um uh my mentor, he went from Kevin to Riverside Oak. That was the first naming ceremony I ever saw. So I had to call. I would be like Kevin, and he wouldn't answer. I'd be like Oak, and be very snooty about it. But he and I thought that I wouldn't do that, but then as soon as I got it, I was very snooty about it. I was very, very snooty about it. But it's like, because you worked for it, you earned it. You deserve that title. Once you put in that work, I feel like you deserve it.
Right.
Don't you agree? Yeah, but yeah, I'm going to make everyone call me Dr. Clugston. My fucking children will call me Dr. Dad. God damn it. I earned that shit. I chicken
Huh.
dinnered that shit. That yeah, I
Dr.
worked for it.
Dad. Yes.
Exactly. Or just Dr. Clugston. My fucking like I'll go to like a daddy daughter dance or something, and I'll be like, "Oh, I can't go here cuz I'm not your dad. I'm Dr. Clugston. Sorry."
So clever. So
Yeah.
clever. You'll be the life of that party.
I know. I will. I'll be like dressed up in my tweed suit and my little uh uh what is it? Plaid bow tie. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh boy.
I will be drowning in ladies. It'll be incredible. Like all the moms will be like, "Damn, so what's your doctorate in?"
Uh,
I'll be like, and I'll just bore them with like
yeah, you put them to
brain
sleep.
I'll just read them my thesis and they'll just pass out. Dude, that's some shit right there.
Yeah, you won't even get to the third page.
Honestly, that's what they should do for like the military now. Like they should just like have like a plane flying by with like a giant megaphone, and it'll just be me reading my thesis, and then all the enemy will be put to sleep. There you go.
Oh yeah.
It'll be phenomenal. I'll give you that one for free, U.S. military. There you go. You're welcome. Whenever you need it, just call me up. I got you. I got you. I'll read the whole thing, and you can play that shit wherever. That'd be beautiful. But I think we should do. You know what I think we should do? I think it's time for a big red button.
Heyo.
But also, I don't have one, so you should come up with one.
Why? No, that's not even
Because
fair.
I came up with a really good one last time. Come on, that was good. I spent like 3 weeks worth of Big Red Button effort into coming up with that
I didn't even answer your last big red button.
one. Well, then I'll just ask you it again. I will. I'll ask you the Weezer question once more.
I
So
won't
don't tempt
answer
me.
it once
Don't
again.
threaten me with a good time. You gotta
Well,
pick one. You gotta pick one. Just pick Brian and move on. It'll eat you up inside if you don't pick one. I promise. You'll on your deathbed, you'll be like, "Why? Why didn't I pick Brian?" And then you'll die.
epic.
Yeah. That's fucking. I hate myself. This is great. Anywho, I'm trying to think of a Big Red Button that I haven't asked before, but there's a lot. There have been at least 75 Big Red Buttons, and
That's
that is
right.
fucking hard. That is fucking hard to go through. Jesus.
Gotta respect the craft.
Actually, all right. In honor of my governor, in honor of the Illinois governor J.B. Pritzker, here's your Big Red Button. You get to live in a mansion, but it has no toilets. All right, sorry. Correction. You get to live in a mansion tax-free, but it has no toilets. So you have to
That
go
sounds
out on your lawn and take a
No.
shit
I
on
could
your
just take
lawn.
I could just take a shit in one of the rooms. You think I don't
You would fill up an entire room with your own feces.
Well, I'm just saying that like you can't be in every room in a mansion.
You'll
It's
smell
just
it
not
through the
possible.
vents. You'll smell it through the vents.
Just find the one room where the smell won't get out and just shit in there.
Why wouldn't you just go outside and take a shit? Why is that your default conclusion?
Well,
Why?
because I don't know, because when I think of a mansion, I always think about the fact that, when you live in a house that big, you'll never have like enough time to to spend an equal amount of time or a good amount of time in every room. So why not just shit in one of them?
Because imagine, all right, so you would go nose blind to it eventually, right? But imagine like you invite someone over, right? Like imagine like, I don't know, Colby or like one of your other friends comes over and they like come in your house and you're like, "Why does your mansion smell like shit?" And you're just like, "Oh, that's the poop room. That's the room where I poop. You have to poop in there too because I don't have any fucking bathrooms." No, just dig a fucking hole. Dig a latrine and go shit outside. The fuck's wrong with you?
I don't know, that kind of seems like cheating. Sounds like it'd be part of the mansion premises. I'm
But
just
it's not a
full committing.
toilet. It's not a toilet. So here's my issue, right? What if you're on like the third floor of your mansion and you just get like the Hershey squirts, man? Like you need to go. You need to go.
Then I pick a room,
But
man.
then
It's
you
a
gotta
fucking mansion.
But you gotta like run all the way downstairs, run outside, go to your latrine, and just blast that shit.
Well, that's why
Literally blast that shit. But like, I can imagine that would be an issue. But it's definitely not worth picking a shit room. Good lord. You are nuts sometimes.
No,
People say I'm the crazy one.
I think my logic's pretty sound. You try living out every single room living in a mansion. You can't. And if the one caveat is there's no bathrooms, then just use the mansion.
No. I would rather use a fucking chamber pot, honestly. I'd rather use a chamber. Oh, that's actually not a bad solution. That's actually not a terrible solution.
That would be
Chamber
pressing,
pot.
but
Yeah, I would
would it be?
also. Ooh, hang on. Does a chamber pot count as a toilet? I would say you can't use a chamber pot and you can't use toilets. You either have to shit outside or you just have to do what you're doing, which is the worst solution. What the fuck?
It's pretty straightforward, I think.
Okay, lots of things are straightforward. if an old lady's crossing the street and she is the right of way, you could just run her over. That's pretty straightforward, but that's probably not a good idea, is it?
No, but you are correct. It is straightforward.
Fuck you. Fuck you. That was bad. That was bad. That was really bad, and I hate you for coming up with it. But also, that was really funny.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, I think I would. Maybe I would no, because that seems too much like a toilet, but with extra steps. I was gonna say maybe I'll have like a thing, like a gutter thing that like goes along every window in the house, and like I'll just like poop and then like put it in there and like have it like go down the little like chute and like I don't know, turn it into like compost or something. But that's too much like a toilet. I would say that's too similar. And no, I would say at most you can do is chamber pots, and I would do chamber pots, and I would take it and I would compost that shit. I should be composting more, honestly. I mean, both me and my dog produce it, so I should be composting. But I don't garden or anything, which is sad. I just don't have the yard for it. But yeah, if I could, I would. I'd be the compost king for real. But
There you go.
that's some shit right there.
I would
Like,
not. I'd be the mansion shitter.
I used to be really good at composting too. I used to eat like back when I was doing all of my school online, I would make like omelets for breakfast every day for myself. And I would like keep the eggshells because that's really good for composting. And coffee grounds. I don't drink coffee, but my parents do. And like tea grounds. I used to compost fucking all of that. It was great. I used to be really, really good at that, and I'm not anymore. And I feel really bad. I feel very wasteful now that I don't do that. It's shitty, but sucks to suck. Sucks to suck, and it fucks to fuck. Yeah. And that's the downer ending we'll end on. Thank you, Justin Connor, our supporter tier patron. Very appreciated. Can't believe you've been on for like 14 months now. It's insane. Thank you. We really appreciate it. If you want a cool shout out like that, head on over to patreon.com/IIHS podcast, all one word. We get a free 7-day trial on our $5 tier, which is the tier above the supporter tier. If you go on the influential and successful tier, we have movie commentaries and early/ad-free access to all these episodes before they come out on Tuesday mornings. So that's pretty cool. I would say that's definitely worth the price of admission, because who wants to like listen to all the ad breaks and like skip through them? No one wants to do that. But head on over, go check it out, and you get a cool shout out. What's not to love? But yeah, and on social media, if you want to follow us for updates, Q&A, topic suggestions, we are at IIHS Podcast on Twitter, Threads, and Instagram. And we are also at IIHS Podcast on YouTube, if that's easier for you to listen. We try to get those up on the same day. I was pretty good at that for Tuesday's episode. I think I had it up in a decent amount of time. But yeah, we try to have it up on the same day that it comes out. So go check us out there. But other than that, my name is Kael. I have been incredibly influential.
And my name is Maxwell, and I've been highly successful.
And we will be talking to you guys next week.